Okay, so this video is about using the pillar drill effectively. Okay, now first of all, this is the piece of acrylic that I'm going to be drilling. Okay, now it varies very much as to how you use the pillar drill as to what material you're using, but I want to highlight something very quickly. Now you can see I've got two markings here. Now some people often draw these big blobs where they want to drill these big circles, okay, but this is not a very effective way to position a hole, because obviously if I bring my drill bit down, I could drill anywhere on that hole and it wouldn't be accurate. Whenever you want to do your marking out for a drill, you should always just do a simple cross like this, which gives you one very defined point right at the center of the cross there where you're going to be very accurate. Okay, now if we move over to the drill, we can see we've got a guard here. Okay, this protects our eyes from the spinning chuck at the top of the drill. Okay, and if we had a chuck key, we could put it in here to replace the drill bits. Okay, when we put the drill bits into the chuck, we want to make sure they're very straight and they're very tight. Okay, whenever I'm using the drill, I want to make sure that machine guard is out of the way, and what I'm going to do is move this up just a little bit like this, and there's a small bolt just on the back here, and if we turn this clockwise to tighten it up, that will keep that guard just out of our way, so that will give us a bit more control. If you prefer and you want to be very safe, you can leave this down like this and it will move up on its own accord, but this can sort of get in the way with your drilling and make it harder to use. So I'm just going to keep that out of the way for the time being. Now, it's very important whenever you drill any material or whatsoever that you keep the material from moving, okay? And there's a few ways you can do this. Now, we can use this machine vise. Now, this is kind of okay, and as you can see, if I just move this back a little bit, I can tighten my piece and hold it in here like this. Now, the problem with holding this thing like this is when I cut through the hole, I drill the hole through, if I'm left with nothing behind to drill into, it can create a cracked surface on the back of the thing. So we're not going to use the machine vise in this case, okay, but this is a valid way of doing it. What we are going to do is we're going to use the G-clamp and we're going to clamp it to the base. Now, you can obviously see that if I was going to drill this at the moment and I wanted to bring it down, I've got a couple of problems. One, my drill doesn't reach down far enough, and two, my clamp can't get to the position I need it to be in, okay? Number three, obviously, I've got nothing to drill into, and I don't want this to happen. I don't want to be drilling into the base of my my drill bed there, okay? So the first thing I want to do is either get a brush or a cloth on my apron and just wipe off carefully any sort of loose dust like this, okay? So I want that area to be completely smooth. That means it's flat. If we drill on an angle, it's very likely we're going to crack our work as we're drilling. Now I'm going to use a piece of sacrificial wood, okay? That means it's just going to get cut into as I'm drilling. Now what I need to do is bring this drill down now so it's going to go into the wood but not into my base, okay? So if we come round to the back of the machine, we have a small handle here, and if we just loosen this handle off, that allows me to do two things. It allows me to spin the work backwards and forwards to allow me to clamp closer to the edge, and it also allows me access to this handle. Now what I want to do with my sacrificial piece of work in the right place, I want to bring the handle of the drill all the way to its furthest position and bring the base of the drill up as far as I can so it's just touching into the wood like this, okay, but not touching into the base. It's not going to drill into that metal, yeah? I'm also going to bring my drill all the way, the base of the drill all the way around so it's closer like this, and just to make sure it's not moving around, I'm going to go back to my handle at the back here and just take this downwards like that, and that will lock it into position so that's not going to move when we're drilling. Okay, now it's very useful at this point if you've got another pair of hands, so if you've got someone to help you to position the work while you're drilling, okay? I haven't, so I'm going to try and do this on my own. Now I'm bringing the drill down first of all, and I'm just getting the tip of the drill point, and this is very careful. You have to be as precise as you possibly can, right into the center of the drill. Now when I know that that's in the right place, normally I'd have someone holding this in position, okay? But what we're going to do is, because I haven't got another person, is we're going to clamp this in very carefully. So I'm going to lay the clamp on and slowly press the trigger to advance the clamp and hold that in the right place. So that can't actually move. Now, as you can see, what I've done is I've positioned it a little bit too far over. We're just going over to the line there. So what I need to do is take it a little bit further away, but basically the closer that we get to that point where it's drilling, the better it's going to be, okay? So we're going to clamp it close to the point, but not quite going over it. Now, As with any powered machine, I need to wear a pair of goggles, okay? When you get your goggles, make sure they're clean and they're free of dust and hopefully not scratched. When we're using the drill, we can bring our button up and we can see the green button will turn it on, okay? The red button here turns it off, the red button here turns it off. We also have a foot stop down here if, for example, we got something caught into this. Now you can notice by looking at me, I've got my goggles on, my tie is tucked well away, and luckily I don't have long hair, but if I did have long hair, I'd have to tie that back as well for health and safety, because it could get caught into this drill bit. So, I put the drill on, and we advance the drill down until I'm in a comfortable position where I can hold it close to the acrylic. I then just drill very slowly in and take it out. You can see small pieces of plastic are appearing, and I want to bring those out of the hole while I'm drilling. So I'll just keep repeating this like this, and because I've set the height of the drill correctly, I know I can go all the way down. You can see there's a little puff of MDF dust like that, and I can bring it out and stop my drill. Now, I can unclamp this G-clamp by pressing the silver button near the handle at the bottom and pushing it up. And what we should find, if we wipe carefully the swarth, which is the waste material, away, we can see the front and back of the hole is not cracked and it's completely in the right position.